Okay, so in this video I'm going to show you how to do a CAM operation, and we're going to start on this video with plasma. So basically what we're looking at here is we're in the design environment. We're looking at a folded part. So to do a CAM operation on a part that we're happy with, we have to go to our manufacturer environment, and we can't be looking at the part like this, or at least I don't want to in this situation. We want to be looking at the flat version of this part. So to get the flat version of the part activated, we just come over here and under models, you can see the flat pattern is here. So we just want to select flat pattern. See how the flat pattern is now in view. So the next thing that we want to do is we actually want to start adding characteristics to the setup. So see up here we've got 2D profile cutting. So I'm going to click this button here. Next thing we got to do is we got to work through this menu here. So first thing we want to do is select tool. So this is where we'll select, and we want to come into our plasma unit that we've got. We then want to select the correct setting on the plasma. So for this 2mm material, I want to have it set up at 45 amp consumables and a 2mm material, mild steel. So I'm going to hit select. Now, so our tool is selected, and all the other stuff that we have to set are, we've got to set the geometry, and basically this is where we'll select the actual places we want to cut. So for example here and here, we can hit OK. And finally we also need to set up our stock. So I'm going to edit this. So we can hit our stock, we can do from solid, hit our part, and the last thing we can do is we can alter our stock point position. So a stock point position is selected. If not, you can hit select, and this is X, basically the stock point XY0. So on this part, looking at the emblem up here, we've got Y and X in this direction. You can also see it here. So we want to have that set to this point here. You can change this around and it won't make much of a difference as long as you're aware of what and how to use it. So I'm happy with this. I can hit OK. And after you make an alteration to any of the operations or setups along the side here, you can see they go orange, so they need to be regenerated to toolpaths. So I can just right click, hit generate, toolpaths regenerated, and then we've got green ticks on everything there. So if we wanted to simulate this before we actually went cutting, what we can do is make sure you're selecting the setup if you want to simulate all this profiles in the setup or just the profile that you want to simulate. Here we want to actually simulate the whole setup, so I'm going to hit simulate up here and start, and you can see the nozzle coming in and actually doing the cutting. If I want to have a closer look at how exactly it's cutting, I can zoom in and note the actual nozzle here, and you can account for the kerf, and I'm happy with how that's cutting. So I'm going to actually exit the simulator and bring back up this view here. So happy with the simulation. Next thing to do is to actually post the G-code. So this is done by pressing this button up here, and make sure that the blue motion post is selected. It should be by default after you followed the previous video. We're going to name our file, so sample file. This is actually going to be the file that we will load on our CNC machine. So sample file, hit post, and simple as that. You simply run to your machine, and when you search that file on your machine and you upload it, when you go onto the Centroid software and load the file, it will work. So that's as simple as that. In the next video we'll go through how to do a scribe, and in the following video we'll do a drill, so stay tuned for that.